Alright, so what's going on, guys? So the reason why I'm doing this review on these Powerbeats is because, number one reason, these are kind of new, so I kind of want to do a review on them. Okay, so I had to use them. It's been a few weeks now, and I've used them pretty well. If you guys have watched my recent car videos, I'll show up some clips right here. Boom, boom, boom. I've been using these suckers religiously. I bet I've probably put, oh my god, at least over 100 hours on these babies already. Easy. I mean, I've put a lot of work. I've used these every second of the time when I've been wrapping my car. So I wrapped my whole car, and I've used these the whole way. And I've also used them for mowing lawn. And I want to touch a little bit on that and give you guys some information, okay? So basically, all you have to do to connect these guys, let's get our smartphone here, right? Let's open it up. Let's pop it up here, all right? We're going to pop open the case. And usually, there we go. 1, 2, 3, bada bing, bada boom. We pop open the case, we pop open the iPhone, and then right here we have Reed's Powerbeats Pro. That's what we got. We got 100%, 100%. These babies work amazing, must I say. So it pops up with the Powerbeats Pro. I already have them connected, so it does not have the connect button, but basically they are already connected. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide to the left, boys, slide to the left. And then what we see here, it actually brings up all our percentages. It brings up the Powerbeats Pros, and now it brings up the case as well. Now, if you take one out, it will show. So, for an example, let me go ahead and take one out, right? And then, what we have here, Powerbeats Pro left, Powerbeats Pro right. So, it shows you which one and what battery percentage it is at. I think that's absolutely brilliant because sometimes I'm only using one. 90% of the time I only use one when I'm in the garage because I don't want to be in there flipping biscuits and freaking wrapping my car and so the house is burning down. I don't want to be able to hear, right? So I usually will only have one in at a time, okay? That's usually how it goes down for me personally. Now, let's talk about one thing here. Let's talk about this. So what I was most worried about is how they're going to stick in, how they're going to stay in. Now, these actually stay in extremely well. So what you would do is right here you have the Powerbeat Pro. Of course, you're just going to go ahead and find the hole first. And then you're going to go, once you find the hole, you're going to want to make sure you're ready to initiate. And then you want to make sure it's pushed in nice and hard. Okay, that's what she said, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. But basically, once it is all the way in, guys, you're Gucci. You are good.
And this is not going anywhere, alright? This does
not go anywhere, okay? I don't care how much crack you're on, how much G Fuel you're taking.
By crack, I mean G Fuel, no offense to you or your family. I'm talking about G Fuel, guys.
But when I do say that, it's basically tight, you know?
Once it's in, it's tight and it's not going anywhere, guys. It is not going anywhere. It gets nice and tight right in here, and it's not going nowhere.
I've mowed the lawn. I've taken the dog for walks, dude. I've freaking run around. I've been under a car, hitting it against, okay, well, not hitting it against the cement, but close, and I've been sort of kneeling on things and pushing against things, and they don't fall out. They're perfect. I would have regretted buying Airpods for the things that I would have used these for. Because Airpods would have fallen out without a doubt. Airpods are like, let's say if you're at a super posh college, right? You've got all this fancy stuff. You've got your MacBook, you've got your schoolwork, and you're never moving. Your head is kind of like this all the time. And you're doing nice little short, calm walks. That's what you want AirPods for, okay? When you're sort of doing stuff like me, you're sort of in the garage, you're sort of going all over the place, I definitely recommend for a more active lifestyle to have these over the AirPods. That's just me personally. That is the reason why I got these, is because they do offer more stability when it comes to staying in your ear versus the AirPods. Now, I have not personally used AirPods myself, so I cannot personally criticize them in any way or any form. But if you love AirPods, I know I'm gonna get some comments, okay?
ElectricShock, AirPods are amazing. What are you talking about, you little piece of crap? What are you talking about, dude? I hate you so much. Unsubscribe on like, I hate you. I'm saying.
But anyways, guys, I just basically, you know, I think they're great. I think they work amazing. They really, really do work amazing personally, for me, for everything I do, I think they work great. I definitely recommend picking them up. I think they're worth it. I must say, I mean, I kind of think they're worth it. I know they're expensive, dude. They are expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but they are worth it. But so far, fitment is great. The comfortability is great. The sound is great. The noise cancelability, I don't know if that's a word, but it's not perfect. When I'm mowing the lawn, I almost have to turn them all the way up. They're not noise canceling headphones. They're not noise canceling earbuds, guys. But if you are using them for mowing lawns and stuff, they're not perfect in that aspect. That would be the only thing that I don't perfectly like about them, is you really definitely have to wear both if you're mowing the lawn, and you definitely have to turn up the sound a little bit more than normal if you're mowing the lawn. That's the only drawback that I've had so far, is just that. The battery life is beautiful, okay? These suckers, I thought the battery life was only 8 hours, but I've used these things from 12 in the afternoon all the way to 3 a.m. What is that? That's 12 hours. That's 15 hours. I used one and it's still like 20% left. So these things are crazy, dudes. But battery life is great. Comfortability is great. Sound is good. They're not, well, I did notice one thing. I noticed that they have more bass than any regular type of headphone, earbuds or anything, especially from AirPods. I used AirPods once, I think, but not that much. But that's one thing I noticed with them, is the bass from the sound. The sound, in terms of sound, the only thing that I've noticed that makes them a little bit different is they're a little bit more bassy. I think that happens with Beats a lot. Beats tries to just make everything bassy because more bass apparently seems premium to some extent, I think. That's what Beats thinks, but you know, I used to be I'm never gonna buy Beats because I always thought it was just overpriced. It is a little overpriced. I mean, I'm sure these don't cost over $100 to make, but yet they're like, yes, these are $249 US. And I'm sure they don't cost over $100 to make in China or wherever they make them, but I do think they're good, and I do think they're worth it, especially if you're a more active person. I definitely recommend them. But without further ado, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I do appreciate you watching this review and letting me give you my information on what I think about them and using them. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, guys.